Yeah, it wasn't picking up my mic there. That's okay. That's much better, people. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We have multi-stream set up. That means for those of you that are unable to access via Twitch, and I'm going to start by just changing out my paint water. And away we go. Astaroth's going to go off to the side for a bit. I don't really want to touch him until he gets varnished again. Oh shit, there's my varnish. I'm looking for that actually. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to give these guys a quick spritz. Marquis! How are you doing today, Marquis? How are you doing? Dip the thing. Just giving all my bitsies a quick once over before we go in. Alive-ish. Nice. Same. My illness is still kicking my behind. But I need to go and grab water really quickly. Okay, that's clear, clean, beautiful, and cover girl. no. My seal just broke. Nope, still good. Oh, much better. Good airflow. I'm gonna give it just a water run to start. It's coming out nicely. Perfect. Okay, what I need to do here then, empty the water out, need to open the window. You're gonna get some pretty intense light here, sorry. We're gonna get some light pollution happening. Sorry about that. Swap the music up a little bit though. Yeah, that's where we'll start today. You can never have a bad day when you're starting it with The Who. Bow down for our betrayal. 10 don't let us fail. Don't let us fail. Apparently I finished my coffee already. Well, that's a shame. Those out of the way. Don't want to ruin that. We're going to start with some water. Grab a little bit of flow improver. I don't normally use flow improver for varnish, but I want to for this one just because it looks a little bit off to me. And I want to ensure I don't get it clouding. So to ensure it doesn't cloud on me, I'm going to use a couple little tricks I've learned. Very careful and light in your applications here, guys. I'm going to turn my PSI down a bit. I'm getting a way more overspray than I'd like. I'm just hitting these guys with a quick little protective coating. Okay, so now I'm a little bit less worried about handling Astaroth, which is really a nice feeling. Isn't aerosol varnish worse than aerosol paint? Yes, but my mask is my filter. I don't have any filters for my mask right now, which is why I've got windows open, and it's why I'm keeping. You notice I keep blowing the air out the window immediately as soon as I'm done. It's not. This is not a good system I'm using right now, dude. This is just I need to get through this so I can get this done. And I'm also not doing it on a commission scale right now, so it's not good for you, but I should be wearing at least like an N95 or something. Here. Is that better? No, I will grab something. If I and Sorry, guys. I just realized I've really not been talking very much during this. So yeah, we're just getting started off. We're getting varnishes applied. Okay, there we go. Gonna quickly dump that. Give that a quick rinse. And there we go. A bit more water. There we go. And then I'm just gonna blow some air again. So I've got the window right here, so this is actually helping me just vent it all out. There we go. And I'm going to make an adjustment of the curtains so that way the window stays open, but we don't get the light pollution. Okay. Good start, people. Welcome in. I'm Studio Boneless. I am glad we're also here on YouTube now. We're available on YouTube now as well. Not just Twitch anymore. And let's take a quick gander. Now Astaroth is safe to handle. I quite like that color. What do you guys think of this one? That looks way better with the varnish, I think. And now we can come back into the Goblin. Gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with this guy still. gonna have to start by changing on my palette. Oh, I'm gonna paint on my fingy. Ba, 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 ba. What am I gonna do here? I'm going to. Why is my brain doing this? I need my palette paper. That's what I need. No. No. Why am I like this, people? Where's my palette paper living? Hello, real brush guy. I'm having an aneurysm on stream. The fuck? Good enough. It'll work. Welcome in, everyone. Hope you're all having a great day so far. How you doing today, brush guy? Excellent. And I'm going to start by grabbing just a little bit of my... I don't know right now. What do I want to do with this guy? Should I retexture yet? Just a little sick. Third time this year. Hopefully it's just a cold. And I'm pretty much in the same boat right now. And it keeps scrambling my brain every time I get sick. And I'm just like, meh. I'm trying to remember what I'd like to do on this guy. I think... We're coming with a little bit of the chromium oxide. So we're going to use a bit of a PG-17 chrome oxide, or chromium oxide. And I'm going to try and bring a little bit of the green back into the flesh. I think I might need to retexture the skin, though. So I might have to go through, scratch it all up, and then glaze it back again. Let's see. Let's see how this goes. Perfect. Soften that out a bit. So yeah, just a quick little glaze of the chromium oxide over the skin. Kind of smooth all the colors into each other a little bit, and then I'm going to come through and I'm going to just start being really rough. Oh, my wire is in the way. Let's fix that. Nobody wants to be staring at that. I'm still hungry. Oh, I don't like that. Okay. Get that dry. I mean, that looks fucking awesome. But I kind of still want to re-highlight everything one more time. And again, this is one of the few times I'm going to go outside of the Mr. Pigment's range on this project. There's two convenience colors I do really like. And it's just a little quicker for me to go for them at this point than to try and mix this one. Living on the ice. And airbrush to a nice little point. We're going to start bringing in a bit of highlight on the other side of the face. I'm also going to need to go and grab something to eat, I think. I'm like shaking hungry. Oh no, the fight's out. I'm about to punch Joe. And there we go. Oh, girl. And away we're going. We're just applying this thinned out. Dan grab. Sorry, I need to get my favorite song to hear when I was working at the club. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to get this ice beer bottle to the appropriate stations. I'm gonna be honest. Like, what was my favorite one to hear when I would go out clubbing? I mean, this was always a good one. Don't get me wrong, but let me try. I'm trying to be like. I'm like. Well, the honest answer is I'm like. When you're a strapping young lad, there's no song that gets the ladies moving like Remix to Ignition, and it doesn't matter how fucking awful of a person R. Kelly is. Uh, this was the working man song. You know exactly what I'm saying, Dan, right? That was like, if you're actually out at the club, I'm not gonna say I like the song, but I'm gonna say that, like, is it was always a good one when you were going out dancing. All right, let's go into my itty bitty brush meow. Depending on the style for the DJ, absolutely. Unfortunately, I live in a small enough town that we only had top 40 night. Better than nothing. Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much. It's better than, which is why I tended to go to the punk or to like the punk and the metal bar more, because they had, better options. I'm not really feeling this one, but it's not like not feeling it enough to change it. It's just enough that I'm going to announce that I'm not really feeling this song. And there we go. Fuck. Did it good, and then I fucked it up. Fixed it. Okay. Um. Okay. Let's get a bit of texturing on the skin here. And there we go. That's a bit better for music too.
Micklegard has been our home for 20 years or more. We left our righteous spears and swords in service of the Emperor. We are loyal warriors. That's the only aim. To protect the Emperor, even to a violent grave. Our loyalty was always firm. We kept our given words on the southern battlefields, the northern warcry world.
And give it a clean. My uh And got the next song queued up. Sneak peek if I do make it to Eindhoven this year. That's what I'm going to sing at karaoke. By my wife's request. There we go. I like that quite a bit. Give the brush a quick little clean out. I'm really happy with how this hood is looking. What do you guys think of that? Did I capture the feel that he's wearing a potato sack on his head? But yeah, this is it. If anybody just caught what I said before this song came on. Anyone? Yeah. Come on. You live, you learn, you love, you learn, you cry, you learn, you lose, you learn. You live, you learn, you love, you learn, you cry, you learn, you lose, you learn. This is making me very happy. Just how good this goblin looks. Bit of an odd transition, so just gonna keep that moving. Still not what I'm looking for. Good enough. Good enough. Welcome in, friendos. I'm Studio Boneless. We're working on a Goblin bust by Pedro Fernandez today. And I'm pretty happy with it so far. I'm gonna use a little bit of my phthalo blue-green shade. Very, very small amount of this. It's a very, very strong color. I'm gonna go back over to the size 0 brush, slightly larger. And there we go. I know every time I come in, it looks like I'm wiping out more and more of my paint job, and it's because I am. And I'm just working in some more shadowing on the skin. Pretty happy with all my placements. I have to adjust how I'm sitting. Ow. And now we come in with the green glaze. I'm going to use a little bit of yellow oxide and a little bit of chromium oxide to kind of get my colors right. Very thin in my applications. There we go. That a moment to dry. So on the other side, I think I'm going to be a little bit more careful with this. A little bit thinner. And slower in my workup because I didn't like how quickly that went on in the one spot. Cook that again. All right. A bit more of the water. Tiny touch of the yellow oxide. A little bit more of that. A bit more of the water. A bit more of the water. Actually, I'm pretty fucking happy with this side of the face now. I don't think I'm going to touch this one again after this. I really like how I've gotten that side of the face done now. It's lit. It's interesting. I might hit that one. I might try and smooth that out a little bit more at the end, just where he's got the nick in his cheek. And I think that's looking pretty cool. I can see it now, a 2-page spread on Better Homes and Gardens. All right, we can come into the skin a bit. We got an ad break hitting in about 1 minute. I'll take a touch of my magenta down. This is PR202 Quinn Deep Magenta. You feel like you need to know? I'm going to start bringing some of that magenta back in now.
I see so many bang. I wonder where the coach is. My name's everlasting, hard to kill like roaches.
And I'm going to start bringing in the OSL again. Ad break is running. I need to grab a snack really quickly, guys, because I got tremors right now, and that's not good for painting. Excellent. Delicious apple strudel. Quick snack. Wash my hands. Back to it. Delicious. But yeah, I need to eat right now. Or just need something, because, I got the shakes. And I get to have some leftover roast beef when I'm back tomorrow. Or when I'm done later. Pretty good day, I'd say. Also, this pastry is delicious. I'm really enjoying it. Gotta wash my hands, and then we will get back to it. My microphone has been muted for I don't even know how long. Hi, Mr. Pigments. How are you doing today? About 15 minutes I've had my mic muted now. Whoops. Hope you are doing well today. I haven't done that in a while. First day back multi-streaming and I'm already pulling it. Nice. Hope you're having a great day, though. Was just saying I was really enjoying how the Quinn Magenta is working on this. I really like how the translucency of it allows it to layer so nicely. Like I get really nice glazes, and it makes for it's really good for doing OSLs. Optical mixing in a nutshell. But yeah, it was just, when I was holding the model here, what I was saying, guys, is I'm quite impressed about the fact that, like, I think I've got my OSL pretty correct. Like, it needs to be more intense on part of the arm here. But the face... And I feel like I really did a good job getting the hood to look like an old potato sack.
Shorzy, you ready? Give your balls
Ooh,
a
Ray
tug,
from
tip
Black
fucker.
Dog Painting.
Yeah! Frankie, you ready?
Welcome.
You're going. Yeah! Judy, you ready?
Let's fucking go, Sanger.
Good, because you're going. Yeah! Hitch, you ready?
All hands,
Good,
boys!
because you're going. Yeah! Dolo, run him up and fill him in.
Une fois, mon Sanger.
Good, because you're fucking going.
Yeah!
The best goalie in the no-show, Michaels, you ready?
You damn right, Sanger.
Good, because you're fucking going. Yeah! Pack mentality, boys.
Thank you very much, Black Dog. What were you working on today? Welcome. My name's Studio Boneless. I paint toys for a living. We're transitioning away from commission long term, but yeah, we're working on a Pedro Fernandez bust right now. Oh, no worries. Thank you for the raid. We are link friendly in here, so if you want to share an Instagram link or let us know what you were working on. You are more than okay to share. But yeah, I gotta come in and we gotta finish up on the leather details here. I gotta reinforce just a little bit more. We've been using, this is a Pedro Fernandez bust that we are painting, and I'm using Mr. Pigment's colors. So he was nice enough to send me a review copy of his paint set. And that's what I've been using for the majority of this project. Got 2 on the go right now, though. Working on a Cerastus Knight. Got no pics of that ready yet, but ooh.
You look like a cut of
Thank you for the
fuckable
follow,
meat.
by the way. I appreciate
Are
that a ton. Those are looking absolutely phenomenal. Got the nice dreadnought going on there. Did is that a fulcrum? It is. Excellent work. I appreciate that a ton. Can't believe I wasn't following it. Happens. It happens sometimes. I'm pretty sure you already follow me on Instagram anyway, so like no big deal. The Forge World Fulgrim looks excellent. I'm working this guy right now. And I've also got another one that I'm trying to do. And this one I'm pretty happy with. But I need to get the last couple details sorted out. So I want to... This is Astaroth. It's a demon that I'm painting up one, and Jinx is also painting up one. And mine's based on the clickers from The Last of Us. But because of how his head is shaped, I want to get, I want to do some gore effects, right? So I want to get it to be mid-shot. So I want to get the head exploding out the back to finish the bust. But I'm pretty happy with how this one's turning out, too. So, been working on these two busts periodically. Really, really loving this one. I'm not a master of OSL, and I definitely don't know much about, like, trying to approach photorealism, so I'm really taking my time to work these in a way I don't normally. Pushing myself and just really enjoying the process. I don't know if you've done any busts, Black Dog, but they're so much fun. I highly, highly recommend it if you haven't, to pick one up sometime because it's such a relaxing experience. It's kind of like if you painted a knight, you'll understand because like when you're painting knights, you have these giant, big, open canvases, and you can really just kind of get lost in it, and you can have a lot of fun, and you can do so much with it. Got that on the bicep there. I think I'm going to go one more coat on the arm, and that's going to be probably enough. Anything more than that will get a bit too bright. Been meaning to get Buster a larger model that has skin and a face. It's a lot of fun. It's interesting though, because like the first time I did a bust, I struggled to not fall into like traditional Warhammer style of painting. So I regularly use like I used to use a lot of like heavy metal style. And the first time I went into bust painting, it was in a bust painting contest where we only had 8 hours to do the piece. And what I found almost immediately was that the style of painting that I would use on my Warhammer models did not translate to a successful bust. And that these were actually much more appreciative of things like texture, being able to see all the little brush strokes and everything. But I have been having so much fun with it. Okay, I think that is intense enough on the arm. Any more than that, and I think we're going to get too much. That makes sense. 8 hours is tight. Anyway, take to raid and run. Dude, do not worry about raiding and running. Food is important. Get some snacks, get some grub. I'll try and take good care of the people for you. And in the meantime, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Appreciate you as always. And hopefully we get to pop in on some of your work soon. If anybody in here is not following Black Dog Painting on Instagram or on Twitch, super easy. Just click on their name or click on that link. Click the follow button and give them all the love you can. It's the easiest and freest way to support each other. What am I going to go do next? I think I'm going to come into the... Going to come back to the words. Bye-bye. And then we just throw a little highlight on those. And on this side. There we go. Jace, what's going on? What is good, Jace? I think that OSL's really coming through now. Look at this mother fluffer. Welcome in, White Wolf. Oh, 1 second. Let's start throwing some more shout-outs. Because he beat you by about a half a second. We got Jace to face. White Wolf, have you seen my Astaroth yet? Another day, another night shift. Very fun. So I know that means you're probably watching in like 3 pixels right now, so just you'll see it on Instagram later, Jace. The gobbo I'm working on. And here's the demon Astaroth that I'm doing, White Wolf. Yeah. Does make it look like does make blends look amazing though. I'm gonna say my blends are pretty good on these ones. I've been really taking my time on these. I wanna do something pretty. But really trying to, also incorporate lots more texture, lots to them. Just turning down the video quality to see if I can see what Chase does. But yeah, the big thing right now for Astaroth, the next step is I just need to get him mounted on a plinth so I can then start figuring out how I'm going to get the head exploding. Because that is going to be my next step, is I want his head to be blowing out the back. He's got that, he's got this, hole right here, right? And I keep saying that. I was like, a shotgun slug right there. That would be exactly how the head would blow apart. So, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get the head to be exploding. And, yeah, how's everybody doing today? Welcome in, White Wolf. Welcome in, Chase. Hope your night shift goes well. Hope your evening's going well. I'm enjoying this. I'm really enjoying bust painting these last couple days. There we go. Looking forward to Monday, week off. Oh, hell yeah. A week off would be very, very nice. I got stream today. I'm off tomorrow, but I'm probably going to be sending out applications for apartments all day tomorrow. or trying to find some more apartments because we didn't hear back about the place that we viewed. So I'm going to assume at this point it's been almost a week. We didn't get it. It's okay. So we'll I'm gonna be spending the weekend looking for an apartment. And there we go. So SMC is 100% no-go, or it's unlikely. So right now I am publicly not going because I don't want anybody making commitments to go based on my attendance. I am going to try to be there. I've said a few, like I was talking to a few people about it. Like I am going to try. I'm still going to try to go there. It's just that coming up with the money for it is going to be significantly harder than it was going to be before. Yeah, so it's the amount of disposable income we were going to have access to just decreased drastically. So it's a maybe. It's still a maybe. I'd like to be there. I'm going to do my best to be there. But I can't 100% commit. But it's easier to announce that I'm not going to be there, so that way people don't, if once I know for sure, I'll make a commitment. But it was definitely a lesson in don't commit yourself to something too early. When you're doing so, or at least don't publicly commit yourself to something. So yeah, it's definitely, it's still a maybe, but I'm taking it like I'm not declaring it a for sure thing anymore. So I wanted to publicly let people know it's like, yeah. And then beyond that, we're shutting down the commission studio. So I'm gonna go back to working part-time or full-time. But I'm still like, so I'm technically I count 100%, even though it's booked. Exactly, yeah. Things happen. I definitely get it. Don't lick light sockets, just did it to test is a shocking experience. I figured you evolved. You're already a scientist. Wrong chat. Fucking Mr. Pigment's just out here licking light sockets. All right, 1 second. I need to grab some coffee. But yeah, Jay. So the thought is essentially, I'm gonna do my best to be there. I'd really like to go, but we are gonna be shutting down the commission studio, and that does not mean like an end to streaming. Doesn't mean an end to Twitch or anything. I'll probably be once I'm working again, I'm probably gonna drop down to 2 or 3 days a week and not be doing 4 or 5 anymore. Because it's hard to balance 5 days of streaming plus working. So I might dial back the amount that I'm doing, but I have no intention of stopping streaming. I have no intention of stopping painting. I have no intention of not competing anymore. But I do intend on closing the doors on the commission studio because it's based on how the situations in our life are shifting. It is really not feasible anymore, and it's causing a lot of problems with us trying to find rental units. People seem really squirrely about renting to an independent artist. So, like, she's got good credit, she's got good work history, she's not the problem, it's me. And, you know, so that's we're running into that, and that's kind of why as well. It's like, I got a bit of that like kind of fucking loser moment where I'm like, well, this is my fault. So yeah. Exactly. Exactly. And this is like, you know, it's caused so now we're both just like kind of trying to figure this out, and because of this it's causing even more headaches for us. So all right, I think that's good for the face. Now I need to redo the shirt. And the straps are pretty lazily done, but they're looking okay. I'm gonna do the burlap, the shoulder pad. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with like I keep like I keep looking at it on camera because I'm like I can get it to the right angles, and I'm just trying to figure out what I need to do next. Maybe a little bit of the Titan buff. But yeah, so that's kind of playing a big part in all of it. And then yeah. We'll see what happens. I'd like to go, but it's again, it's just trying to be responsible and acknowledge that it's like I don't want to, because I had a couple of my viewers say that they were going to go if I'm going to be there, right? And I don't really want to do that whole thing of like, you know, if that number were to grow from like more than the 3 already to, you know, say like 8 or 9, I'd feel even shittier about it. So the fact that there were already a few people that said they were going to go because I was going to be there, that played a big part in me being like, I need to announce that I cannot publicly commit, or I need to like publicly announce that I can no longer commit to this. I'm going because you are. Damn it. I know. I know you are. That's why my response to you is just, damn it. There we go. Yeah, I get that. Everyone knows goes every year, so heaven forbid if I have to pull out. It's no big deal. Exactly. Whereas for me, it's there's multiple. There are a few people that are going because you know we were all gonna. So like that's why for me it's like it's a bit more of a big one. Because people buy like buying a plane ticket on behalf of something is like I mean I'm not telling people to do it, but at the same time, it still puts a lot of fucking pressure on me, you know. So I figured it'd be responsible to just publicly say, "Ah, shit, I can't commit anymore. My situation is changing," and announce that the truth that we are closing down the commission studio long term. I also had to contact Fenris Workshop today and let them know that the package they sent me for my sponsorship got, I don't even know where it is, man. It's some Deliverance looking fucking shed. There we go. I am going to be completely honest, guys. I have no idea what I'm doing right now. I just keep, like, poking at this thing and forgetting what I'm doing. And, I'm struggling with where to go on it. I know I need to come in and retexture at a few parts in here, but, like, I typically am going to need a brush with a better point for that. All right, let's start dropping in thin lines. Bleached, bland, polluted sand. Nowhere to go. I so know. Small parts. Family comes first. Made a lot of commitments this year, with all being potentially being ditched at the last minute. Kind of wish I hadn't, but also didn't know at the time. So it is what it is. Jace, I feel that, man. I really do. Obviously my family shit is different than the family shit you're dealing with. But family is family, and yeah, it's always complicated. But that's the exact same reason why I'm looking to prioritize kind of a bit of a career shift. Because exactly that, gotta prioritize. We're starting to bring some of the texture back in. Also, throw a quick shout out there. Shout out Small Part Sharp Points. Another fellow miniature painter, super rad guy. Get that bit of fabric stitched in there. Okay, that's working surprisingly well. And bringing in some more tight lines. But yeah, Jace, hopefully it all pans out for you, man. I know that shit's difficult, and I know that that's going to be a challenge. But we're all wishing you the best. I completely fucked that part up there. Shit. Lines are going in a bit too thick. Okay, let's get those last few lines in. Don't have a lot to say right meow. It's pretty chill. Bit of music, bit of painting. And then I think there's one other channel I missed on my shoutouts still. Shout out White Wolf 131. Did you decide on if you're staying Friday or Saturday night yet? Haven't painted in a week? Ooh. I've been painting all week. It's literally the only thing that I've been able to do that clears my mind from all the stress and bullshit right now. What do you think? You can see all the rough spun fabric and everything. I'm kind of hitting a point, guys. Again, same thing. I think this guy needs to get mounted, and I need to be able to see him in the correct position so I can finish it. because I'm like I have a bunch of commissions you need to do. I'm pretty caught up on all my commissions right now. I got two more armies I got to do through, and then we're done commission for a while. Probably just done commission, but again, the other thing I keep wanting to say, guys, again, like as I've said before, if somebody threw the right number at me, or somebody the right project, like I obviously wouldn't, you know. So everything's always open to change. I'm not somebody when I make a decision, it's never set in stone. Because I do understand that life happens, things can change, and lots can go on. So, I'm kind of hitting a bit of a wall right now of COVID and not knowing where to progress on this model. So I think we're gonna call it pretty early today, so I can get some. Exactly. I'm not saying I'm not saying never on anything. Things are becoming more unlikely, but you know, like I'm happy where with this guy's at. My hands are a little too shaky in my right now. So I think we're gonna call it pretty early today. Go see who we can raid into. Ooh, I see a good one. I got a good one right there. Let's go see. Let's go see Ghoul. Oh, dude, just now there he is. There we go. All right, everybody, let's go see Ghoul Studio. Give him a wave. Appreciate you all. And I hope you have a good one. Catch you later, Jace.